We have Miss Katherine Juhan-Arnold. You are running for the statewide office of Commissioner of Agriculture. We would like for you to address the issue of the economic cost of living and with a focus on questions such as aid to farmers, particularly with hurricane destroy their oysters and crops, and have everyone can get food when supply chains are disrupted. Public safety, particularly with respect to food-borne disease, and education both with regard to food safety and to the program that provide local grown food to local grown food for school children. Did you hear that?
I did. And good evening, everybody. I saw that Sheila and Peter hopped on. Are we going in order of our the role that we're going for?
Yes.
Okay, so I think they would be next, and then I would go.
No. No, we're not. I'm sorry. So you up.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for being there tonight and bringing everybody together in the same room and just reminding us of how important it is to be an informed voter and for public accountability. They go hand in hand. So the Commissioner of Agriculture is not always the first race discussed at the dinner table, but this office belongs in every conversation around the kitchen table. And I say that because families around the kitchen table are asking, why do groceries cost so much? Can we trust what we're eating? And why are farmers struggling when the prices of food keep rising? So what happens to our food, our fuel, our animals, our small businesses when another hurricane comes? Who's protecting our land? Who's protecting our water? And when government creates a program to help people, who actually receives the help? So again, my name is Katherine Juhan-Arnold. I'm the Democratic nominee for Georgia Commissioner of Agriculture. I am a Georgia peach. I was born at Georgia Baptist, raised in Southwest Atlanta, and now I call Snellville home. I'm a farmer, I'm a founder, I'm a systems professional, and community agriculture advocate. So I'm not a career politician. I'm literally a shy farmer girl. This is my first campaign for public office. And through Baby Katie's Farm and Kitchen, I've worked in community agriculture, food access, farmers market, farm to school efforts, growing education, helping families build practical food independence. So basically, teaching people how to grow food. Professionally, I've spent more than a decade working in engineering, infrastructure, data center systems, systems coordination, all that type of stuff. And that experience has taught me something important is that we, the people, suffer when government treats every problem like somebody else's responsibility. So the Department of Agriculture is not just about people who own farms. It's not just for farmers. It oversees grocery stores, food safety, gas pumps, commercial scales, meat processors, seed quality, pesticides, animal health, even pet dealers, nurseries where you go buy all the plants, and marketing of Georgia products and goods. So you may never set foot in the Department of Agriculture, but the work reaches your refrigerator, your gas tank, your backyard, and ultimately our wallets. So my priority is simple, and that is to help Georgia farmers and producers succeed, and then use the full authority of the department to protect us. And what I mean by that is, let me just give you an example. So in Camden County, the latest agricultural census counted 69 farms, I think it was, covering more than 8,000 acres. And 96% of those are family farms. And 68 Camden producers were identified as new or beginning farmers. But the same census showed that production expenses of nearly 1.8 million against less than 1 million in products sold. That means out of all that money, just a fraction came back to your community. So that tells me that people want to do the work. They're new farmers emerging every day. But what it does say is the math is not working. We can grow food, we can raise livestock, we can harvest timber, we can produce fiber, we can process seafood, make juice, wine, and create value added products. But too often, the disconnect is we ship raw products away. we lose the jobs that come with processing. And by the end, the finished product comes back at a much higher price. So my plan for Georgia is to grow more here, process more here, buy more here, and keep more of the value in Georgia. So I created a plan. It's called the Grow Georgia Agenda. I've been traveling all around Georgia with it, asking people, hey, do you think this will help? And one of those initiatives is the Georgia Market Revival Plan. We plan to strengthen the farmers markets, improve aging facilities, help Georgia grown vendors afford participation because sometimes the cost is just too high. Create community pickups and distribution points and connect more producers with schools, hospitals, military communities, seniors, and local families. The plan is to inventory Georgia's processing gaps and work by region to expand processing, cold storage, commercial kitchens, bottling, fiber processing, transportation, the whole nine. That's how we create jobs. That's how we help small businesses. That's how we reduce some of that pressure at the grocery store. Because if we're processing in our own state, we don't have to pay the expense to export it and bring it right back. Now, I understand that families want cheaper prices, but I don't know if you all heard. I'm at 5 minutes. Okay, let me speed up then. Let me get to something else. So I really want to focus on how we address land access. And equal access can't be something that we assume, it has to be something that we measure. So if the department is offering regional or mobile access, phone and paper options, not only online systems, because a lot of our farmers are aging and they still don't understand the technology. We have to hold ourselves accountable and recognize that everybody doesn't know how to use the tools that we have. So when it comes to publicizing things, it can't just be digital. It has to be on paper as well. It has to be easy to access. So yeah. And again, I've been in the data center world. So I'm not against technology, but I do believe that it has to be responsible development. We have to develop responsibly. So the agriculture commissioner can't issue data center permits, but we can be a strong agricultural voice in every major land and water decision. And I think that a project is not economic development if the community supplies the land, the water, the power, and the tax breaks. There has to be some type of oversight. So the commissioner doesn't set rent or run hospitals or operate schools or write federal immigration law. Uh, but we should never use jurisdiction as an excuse to remain silent. Housing connects to farmland preservation, heirs property, safe agricultural worker housing, young producers, the whole nine. And with so many beginning farmers just coming up in you all's area, it makes a real difference that we tie these things together and understand that public safety also includes preparedness before a disaster strikes. So you all understand hurricanes.
Time is up. You got it. Who said the final
I could
word?
talk all day. I could talk all day about farming.
Best of luck to you. Thank you.